Smiled like nothing ever broke inside. Played it cool, kept everything tonight. You never saw the storms behind my eyes. I hid the truth between 1,000 lies. I let you walk away without a fight. Said I'll be fine and closed the door that night. But every step you took was tearing me in ways I knew you'd never see. I buried every word I couldn't say, and let my silence push you far away. These are the tears I never showed, the pain I carried all alone. Every I'm okay I told was just a heart of breaking stone. You never knew how deep it goes, how much I needed you the most. Now all that's left are scars that grow from all the tears I never showed. I hear your name in every empty space, see your ghost in every stranger's face. I tried to be the strong one in your eyes, but strength just meant I had to hide. I kept the pieces scattered on the floor, pretending I didn't need you anymore. But every night I fall apart again, where healing never really begins. If I could turn back time somehow, I'd let you see the real me now. These are the tears I never showed, the pain I carried all alone. Every I'm okay I told was just a heart of breaking stone. You never knew how deep it goes, how much I needed you the most. Now all that's left are scars that grow from all the tears I never showed. Maybe if I let you see me cry, you wouldn't have said goodbye. Maybe if I broke down in your arms, you would have stayed through all the scars. But I was scared of losing you, so I lost myself instead. It's true, now all the love I couldn't prove is everything I had to lose. These are the tears I never showed, now they fall when I'm alone. Every moment turned to ghost, every dream we used to hold. And even now I still suppose you're the one my heart still chose. But you'll never really know all the tears I never showed. So I cry where no one goes, with the tears I never showed. The street lights are bleeding through the moisture on the glass. I'm sitting in the driveway watching every shadow pass. I had the reservation and I bought the silver wine, waiting for the you that used to be a part of mine. But the phone stayed on the counter and the porch stayed in the dark, leaving me with nothing but a dying wetwood spark. I looked out at the sidewalk where the puddles start to bloom, and I felt the cold expansion of this empty, quiet room. You said another time, that time was something we still had, but the taste of not tonight is turning bitter, turning bad. Now it's just a midnight rain check, a slip of paper in the storm, a promise of a maybe that'll never keep me warm. I'm standing in the downpour of the things we didn't do, cashing in a ticket for a ghost of me and you. The sky is full of water and the clock is out of grace as I'm looking for the features of a long forgotten face. Yeah, the weather's moving in and the signal's gone to black on a midnight rain check that I can't even take back. I can't even take back. I remember when the thunder was an excuse to hold me tight. We didn't need a reason just to make it through the night. Now the lightning is a spotlight on the empty passenger seat, and the rhythm of the wipers is a slow and steady defeat. I'm tired of the Sundays and I'm tired of the soon, watching every forever wither under a hidden moon. If I wait until the morning, will the clouds finally clear, or will I still be holding on to why you aren't here? Is it a rain check for a lifetime or a rain check for a day? Is it just a kind of way of telling me to go away? I'm drowning in the time and I'm shivering in the mist, lost in the inventory of the moments that we missed. Cause it's just a midnight rain check, a slip of paper in the store, I'm a promise of a maybe that'll never keep me warm. Standing in the downpour of the things we didn't do, cashing in a ticket for a ghost of me and you. The sky is full of water and the clock is out of grace as I'm looking for the features of a long forgotten face. Yeah, the weather's moving in and the signal's gone to black on a midnight rain check that I can't even take back. Avoid it, torn up in the street where the rain and pavement meet. I won't call again, I'll just let it rain. Midnight rain check. Rain check. I changed my name inside your world, became the perfect kind of girl. I banged my truth to fit your light and called it love each night. I gave you pieces of my soul so you could feel completely whole. But somewhere in the giving in, I stopped knowing where I'd been, and I didn't see it slip away until there was nothing left to save. I lost myself loving you. Now I don't know what is true. Every mirror that I face shows a stranger in my place. I gave you all I had to give, forgot the way I used to live, and now I'm trying to undo the way I lost myself for you. I learned your moods, I learned your tone, but forgot how to stand alone. I made your happiness my home while I was breaking on my own. You never asked me what I need, I just kept planting every seed of love that never grew for me. Just you and your reality. And I kept thinking it was love, but I wasn't enough for me, enough. I lost myself loving you, and everything I said and do. I disappeared without a sound, while you were never looking down. I was there but not alive, just surviving to survive. And now I'm trying to break through from losing I begin to see I don't need you to be me. I lost myself loving you, but I'm finding something new, a version I forgot was mine, buried deep in wasted time. And even though it hurts so much to give up everything for us, I'm learning now to make it through. After I lost myself for you, lost myself, but I'll return. This time I'll learn. I'll learn. The calendar turned with a whisper, not a shout. I watched the last of the candles go out. Usually the winner is a chorus of friends, but this is the season where the melody ends. The phone is a fossil, it hasn't made a sound since you took your laughter to different ground. I'm checking the logs and the messages sent, but they're all dated back to before you went. The snow hits the window without a single thud, and the silence is thicker than water or blood. It's been the quietest year on record, hollowed out age. I'm just a ghost on a blank white page. No slamming of doors, no honey, I'm home. Just the hum of the wires and the cold polished chrome. The world kept on spinning, but I didn't hear the roar of the crowd or the ring of a cheer. Just the sound of my heart as it beats out the fear in the quietest year on record. I walked through the park where the brass band would play, but the benches were empty and the sky was just gray. I remember the static of our tangled up sheets. Now it's just the white noise of the desolate streets. I've forgotten the volume of my own speaking voice. I'm living in a vacuum, but not by my choice. I give all the peace and the stillness I've found for 1 second of us making too much sound. They say that no news is good news, but they're lying through teeth. They don't see the pressure that's building beneath. When the decibels drop to a level so low that you can hear the grass dying under the snow. It's been the quietest year on record, a hollowed out age. I'm just a ghost on a blank white page. No slamming of doors, no honey, I'm home. Just the hum of the wires and the cold polished chrome. The world kept on spinning, but I didn't hear the roar of the crowd or the ring of a cheer. Just the sound of my heart as it beats out the fear in the quietest year on record. Shh. Can you hear that? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Just the snow falling down, just the heart of a clown. The quietest year. Quietest year. The sky was normal, nothing changed, but everything in me felt strange. You stood there quiet by the door, like we weren't us anymore. No shouting, no reason, no fight, just a silence colder than night. You looked at me like letting go was something I already should know. didn't see it coming then, that I was losing you again. It was the day you walked away and took my light into the gray. No thunder, no warning sign, just a heart that stopped in time. You didn't say what broke between, you just erased what we had been, and I still live inside that pain. The day you walked away. Your footsteps faded down the street like they were never meant for me. I stood there frozen in the rain, trying not to call your name. The world kept moving like before, but I was left outside the door of everything we used to be. Not just a memory to me, and I replay it every night. That moment you stepped out of my life. It was the day you walked away, and nothing else could make you stay. No tears could turn your eyes around, no love could pull you back to ground. You left so softly, still it stung like words we never should have sung. And I'm still trapped in yesterday, the day you walked away. If I could change that single scene, I'd hold you close, I'd intervene, say everything I never knew before I lost the best of you. But time won't listen, time won't bend, it only marks the bitter end. And I am still the one who stays inside the day you walked away. It was the day you walked away and left me with the things we'd say. If we had one more chance to try before we learned how to say goodbye. Now all I have is what remains, a love that turned into pain. And I still live, but not the same, since the day you walked away. You walked away, and I stayed. It started with a whisper in your voice, like you were trying not to make a choice. But I heard it clear between the lines, we were running out of borrowed time. Your eyes avoided mine that night, like they already said goodbye. And every word you didn't say still cut me deeper anyway. I should've known when you were quiet that love was starting to die in it. This is the sound of us standing, no breaking glass, no pretending, just silence falling between your breath and mine, like we ran out of borrowed time. No final fight, no last goodbye, just the truth we couldn't hide. And I can still hear so clearly now the sound of us ending somehow. You packed your love in quiet ways, slowly fading day by day. I was too blind to understand, you were slipping through my hands. Now I replay it in my head, every moment left unsaid, like a song that never but never sounds the same. And I keep hearing what we lost in every second that we cross. This is the sound of ascending. No screaming, no defending, just the echo of a love that couldn't stay, slowly drifting far away. No storm, no fight, no fight, just a disappearing light. And I can still hear so clearly now the sound of ascending somehow. If I had one more chance tonight, I'd hold you through the fading light and tell you everything I should before it all turned into wood. But endings don't always break. Sometimes they just softly shake until the love we used to know becomes a place we can't go. This is the sound of ascending. No fixing, no mending, just a quiet that replaced your name in me, where forever used to be. No last kiss, no goodbye cry, just a slow and fading white. And I can still hear breaking now the sound of ascending somehow. Still echoes, still true. The sound of me losing you. Stay away. I see your number lighting up the dark upon the desk, a ghost of something beautiful that's turned into grotesque. I know that voice, I know that tone, I know that I was wrong, but I'm finally finding rhythm in a much more quiet song. I spent 1,000 midnights trying to fix what you erased, and I finally cleaned the salt from every corner of this place. So don't you come here knocking with that silver on your tongue. I'm protecting every piece of me that's finally getting young. The garden's finally growing where you used to trample down, and I'm walking through the center of our favorite part of town, without looking over shoulders, without waiting for the fall. I finally found the courage to put paint upon the wall. You're a fire in the winter, you're a warm and tempting thing, but I know the ash and ember are the only things you bring. I'm a house that's under shelter, I'm a ship that's reached the pier, and there's no more room for maybe or for sorry in here. So stay away from the heart you didn't wanna keep. Don't wake the lonely feelings that I finally put to sleep. You're a beautiful disaster, you're a siren in the sea, but you don't get to come back and take the rest of me. I've drawn a line in iron, I've built a wall of stone. I'm learning how to breathe again, entirely on my own. For the sake of all the healing, for the sake of one more day, I'm begging you to hear me. Just stay away. like you say you do. You let the silence stay, you let the memories scatter and just turn the other way. But you only want the version of me that you get to break. And I've run out of the spirit for another big mistake. Go and find another harbor, go and find another sky, because I'm done with being the hello that leads to your goodbye. So stay away from the heart you didn't wanna keep. Don't wake the lonely feelings that I finally put to sleep. You're a beautiful disaster, you're a siren in the sea, but you don't get to come back and take the rest of me. For the sake of one more day, I'm begging you to hear me. Just stay away. Hang up the phone, leave me alone in the quiet I've earned. The bridge is gone, I'm moving on and the lesson's been learned. Stay away. Stay away. I cleared the table and I put away the plates, but I can't scrub the shadows or the tricks of the fates. The dinner is over, the steam's gone cold, and I'm left with the stories that we never told. I'm picking up pieces of a shattered afternoon while the sun leaves the kitchen a little too soon. I reach for the radio to drown out the air, but it's only the static of you not being there. There's a ringing in my ears from the ghost of your laugh, and I'm standing right here in the cold aftermath. Now I'm just living on leftover silence, the kind that hits harder than any kind of violence. It's filling the cupboards, it's under the bed, it's the weight of the words that we never quite said. I'm choking on the quiet, I'm starving for a sound in this empty museum where no love can be found. Just a hollowed out heart and a violent defiance of this leftover silence, of this leftover silence. I remember the clutter, the noise and the heat, the sound of your keys and your boots on the street. Now the house is a cavern, a well with no bottom. Like all of our summers were suddenly autumn. I'm hoarding the echoes like the pieces of gold, but the air in the hallway is bitter and old. I'm waiting for a door slam, a shout or a sigh, anything to break up this permanent goodbye. They say that it's peaceful when the storm passes through, but the calm is a desert when it's missing you. I'm screaming at the ceiling just to hear something break, but the silence just swallows every move that I make. Yeah, I'm just living on leftover silence, the kind that hits harder than any kind of violence. It's filling the cupboards, it's under the bed, it's the weight of the words that we never quite said. I'm choking on the quiet, I'm starving for a sound in this empty museum where no love can be found. Just a hollowed out heart and a violent defiance of this Waited by the phone again, like it could bring you back as more than friends. Every hour felt too long to bear, like hope was hanging in the air. The streetlights flickered in my room, like they were watching me miss you. I told myself it's nothing new, but silence sounded like losing. And I kept thinking you would try to say my name before goodbye. It was the night you didn't call, that's when I felt it all. The distance I ignored for so long was suddenly too strong. I held on to what I knew, but nothing came from you. And I learned what heartbreak does in the night you didn't call on us. I replayed every word we said, searching for where the feeling bled. Was it something I didn't see, or did you slowly leave from me? Your last "I'll call you soon" still stays, like a promise that just fades away. And I don't know what hurts me more, the truth or what I hoped before. I kept my phone beside my heart as everything fell apart. It was the night you didn't call, that's when I felt it all. The distance I ignored for so long was suddenly too strong. I held on to what I knew, but nothing came from you. And I learned what goodbye can do in the night you didn't call on me. And you, maybe you forgot my name, maybe love just lost its flame, or maybe I just couldn't see you were already done with me. But I still wait, like you might try to change the ending of that night, even though I know you won't. Still I wait, and I don't. It was the night you didn't call that broke me after all. No shouting, no goodbye, just silence passing by. And now I understand too well the story I can't tell of a love that slipped away on the night you didn't call that day. And the phone still lights my wall, like I'm waiting for your call. From the night you didn't call. The night was quiet, but my heart was loud. You walked away without looking back around. Your shadow faded on the streetlight glow, and I felt something break I didn't know. Your voice was shaking when you spoke those words, like even you weren't sure what you deserved. I tried to stop time, tried to make you stay, but love was already slipping away. And in that moment I felt the flame fade with the sound of my own name. The last time you said my name, it didn't sound the same, like love was already gone before you moved on. I keep replaying the way you whispered it in pain. Now it's just an echo in my brain. The last time you said my name, I hear it every time the silence grows, in every place that only memory knows. Your voice still lingers like a ghost, but it hurts the most when I need it most. I didn't know that was our last goodbye. Didn't know that night I'd have to learn to cry. If I had one chance, I beg you to stay, before your voice just slipped away. Now every word feels out of place without the sound of you in space. The last time you said my name, it didn't sound the same, like love was already gone. Before you moved on, I keep replaying the way you whispered it in pain. Now it's just an echo in my brain. The last time you said my name, was it love or just goodbye? Hidden in the way you cried. Did you mean to let me go? Were you just afraid to show? If I could hear it once again, would it still feel like the end, or would I find what we became inside the way you said my name? The last time you said my name, I felt my whole world change, like something turned to dust between your words and us. Now I'm holding on to her, wishing you were still there, but all I have is fading pain from the last time you said my name. No silence knows me better than you came. Since the last time you said my name, I'm sitting in the dark with a pen and a page, trying to fix the ending of this hollowed out stage. I'm crossing out the shouting and the slamming of the door, replacing every goodbye with a love you once more. In the original version, you're walking down the drive, but in this new draft, we're still coming alive. I've got the whiteout for the tears on your face, and a brand new scene to put right in their place. But the ink keeps smearing where the paper is wet, from the parts of the story I can't quite forget. I'm rewriting the script, I'm changing the lines, trying to ignore all the dead-end signs. I'll give us a sequel where nobody leaves, where nobody aches, and where nobody grieves. I'm editing the silence, I'm cutting out the pain, praying for a sunshine that'll wash away the rain. But no matter how I word it, or how the plot is tipped, I'm still just a lonely man rewriting the script. I'll take us back to the coffee shop on 5th and Vine, before the yours and mine became a jagged line. I'll write in a whisper that changes your mind, instead of the coldness that you left behind. In this version, I'm better, I'm the man that you need, and we don't have a heart that's starting to bleed. But the margins are crowded with the truth of the past, and a ghost of a forever that wasn't built to last. Can I write a happy ending if the ink is all black? Can I find a way to lead your footsteps back? I'm a desperate director on a stage full of dust, trying to build a bridge out of shadows and rust. I mean, writing the script, I'm changing the lines, trying to ignore all the dead end signs. I'll give us a sequel where nobody leaves, where nobody aches, and where nobody grieves. I'm headed in the silence, I'm cutting out the pain, praying for a sunshine that'll wash away the rain. But no matter how I word it or how the plot is tipped, I'm still just a lonely man rewriting the script. End of Act 3, just you and me, at least in my head. And the things that I've read, the curtain is falling, and I'm still calling action. One more time. One more time. The hostess smiled and grabbed 2 menus from the stand. I had to catch the words before they left her hand. Just one I said, and the one fell like a stone, as she led me to the corner where the light is low and lone. The candle's flickering, it's fighting for its life between the silver fork and the polished butter knife. I'm looking at the napkin where your elbow used to be, trying to ignore the ghost that's sitting across from me. The waiter asked if I'm waiting on a friend. I'd just say no and hope the conversation ends. 'Cause it's a table for one in a room built for 2. I'm ordering the memories of dinner dates with you. The wine is getting warmer and the bread is getting cold, and I'm holding on to stories that will never be told. I'm surrounded by the laughter of 100 different souls, but I'm just staring at the bottom of these empty porcelain bowls. It's a long, lonely night that's only just begun at this table for one. I see a couple laughing, 3 booths to the right. He's leaning in to kiss her and she's holding him so tight. I remember how that felt, the way you grabbed my sleeve, before we knew that us was something that would ever leave. Now the background music is a song I can't endure, a melody of everything that I'm no longer sure. I pay the check for dinner, but I'm paying for the past, a beautiful connection that was never meant to last. I'm taking up the space, but I'm barely even here, just a shadow in a jacket, nursing one last beer. I give anything to see you pull the chair out from the wood and tell me that you're staying here for good. But it's a table for one in a room built for 2. I'm ordering the memories of dinner dates with you. The wine is getting warmer and the bread is getting cold, and I'm holding on to stories that will never be told. I'm surrounded by the laughter of 100 different souls, but I'm just staring at the bottom of these empty porcelain bowls. It's a long, lonely night that's only just begun at this table for one. I'll leave the extra water, I'll leave the extra chair, and I'll walk out to the street table for one. Just one. Just one. I pull the case out from beneath the bed. The velvet's faded and the latch is red. It's been 1,000 years since I let it breathe, since I watched you pack your bags and leave. I used to play for you while the sun went down. Now I'm the quietest heart in this hollow town. I reached a finger out to find a chord, but I'm terrified of what I can't afford. The wood is dry and there's a silver haze sitting on the songs of our better days. Every fret is a mile that I haven't crossed, a jagged map of everything I've lost. I tried to tune it, but the pegs are stuck, like I'm waiting on a ghost or a bit of luck. The resonance is gone, it's a hollow ring, just a dead vibration on a rusted string. And there's nothing but dust on the strings tonight. No more melody, no more light, just a muffled sound in an empty room. A song for the shadows and the creeping gloom. I'm tracing the patterns in the gray and the still, wondering if the silence ever will break into the music that we used to be, or if the dust has finally buried me. I remember your hand resting on the grain, helping me navigate the joy and the pain. Now my calluses are gone and my touch is weak, and the guitar is the only one allowed to speak in a raspy whisper in a broken tone about the boy who's left to play alone. Yeah, there's nothing but dust on the strings tonight. No more melody, no more light, just a muffled sound in an empty room. A song for the shadows and the creeping gloom. I'm tracing the patterns in the gray and the still, wondering if the silence ever will break into the music that we used to be, or if the dust has finally buried me. Snap, there goes a high string. I guess I'm not meant to hear anything, just the dust and the rust and the quiet dust on strings. I tapped my knuckles on the kitchen wall to see if there was anything behind it all, but the timber didn't ring and the plaster didn't sing. It just gave back the echo of a broken thing. I'm walking through the rooms where your laughter used to bloom, but the floorboards are a choir of impending doom. Every step I take across the hardwood floor is an answer to a question we don't ask anymore. The jewelry box is empty, the hangers are light. I'm listening for a heartbeat in the middle of the night, but my chest is just a cavern, a wide and empty space where I used to keep the memory of you breathing in your face. I try to call your name just to hear the air move, but I'm stuck in the static of a worn out groove. It's a strange kind of physics, a bitter kind of law, how much space a person leaves when they finally withdraw. And it's a hollow sound ringing in my ears, the anthem of a house built on silver-plated tears. Like an empty bell, like a drum with no skin, I'm vibrating with everything that could have been. There's no resonance left, there's no depth to be found, just the lonely, lonely rhythm of a hollow sound. I'm a shell on the beach, I'm a ghost in the gale, I'm a chest full of air that's turned bitter and stale. If you struck a match, would the darkness ignite, or would the hollowness swallow up the last of the light? I'm reaching for substance, I'm reaching for a core, but I'm just a shadow of the man I was before. Yeah, it's a hollow sound ringing in my ears, the anthem of a house built on silver-plated tears. Like an empty bell, like a drum with no skin, I'm vibrating with everything that could have been. There's no resonance left, there's no depth to be found, just the lonely, lonely rhythm of a hollow sound. Nothing comes back, just the wind and the crack. It's empty, so empty in the underground. Listen to the hollow sound. Listen to the hollow sound. The colors on the porch, they started to peel, like the way that I think and the way that I feel. The gold in the garden is turning to rust, and our favorite memories are settling as dust. I used to see Technicolor when you walked in, a vibrant beginning underneath the skin. But the saturated edges are beginning to fray as the blue and the crimson all wash into gray. I'm turning the dial, but the signal is weak, listening for words that you no longer speak. We're a movie that's reached the final few frames, a flicker of light on a list of our names. I try to hold on to the glow of the screen, but I'm standing in shadows where the acid once been. The reel is all tangled, the project is hard, and now I'm losing the vision of the future we got. And now it's time to fade to black. There's no more rewind, no turning back. The credits are rolling on a story for two, watching the darkness take the shape of you. It's a quiet departure, a dimming light, surrendering the day to a permanent night. The scene is over, the track is off the stack, and I'm watching our love just fade to black. Don't wait, don't wait, for the encore, don't wait for the light. The the slow setting of a dying sun. Yeah, it's time to fade to black. There's no more rewind, no turning back. The credits are rolling on a story for two, watching the darkness take the shape of you. It's a quiet departure, a dimming of light, surrendering the day to a permanent night. The scene is over, the track is off the stack, and I'm watching our love just fade to black. Dun, 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 dun. In the stage, dun, 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 turn the page, dun, 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 into the dark. No more glow, dun, 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 let it go. Dun, 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 one last spark, dun, 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 fade to black, fade to black. The humidity is hanging like a curtain in the hall, and the fireflies are ghosts against the garden wall. I found a photograph of us beneath the porch swing seat, back when the summer air was heavy, but the world was sweet. Now the grass is turning yellow and the sky is bruised and blue, and I'm standing in the remains of the life I had with you. The calendar is lying, it says the year is moving on, but I'm still stuck in the wreckage of a midsummer dawn. The sparklers burned our fingers, but we didn't feel the sting. Now I'm just a winter heart waiting for a spring, and I'm picking up the shards of July from the floor, a million jagged pieces of the love we had before. It's the heat of the pavement and the salt of the sea. It's the way that you used to look at me. I'm bleeding from the memories of the red, white, and blue in the house that's gone cold since I lost you. The sun is still shining, but I'm freezing inside with the shards of July and nowhere to hide. I remember the parade and the sirens in the street, the taste of the lemonade so sharp and so sweet. You had a ribbon in your hair and a secret in your eyes before the thunder started rolling through the heavy evening skies. Now the ice is all melted in the bottom of the glass, and I'm watching the shadows of the clouds as they pass. I'm trying to put the bottle back together again, but I'm missing the pieces of the way it was then. They say that time heals all, but time is just a thief, stealing all the color and leaving only grief. I give 100 winners just to feel that summer burn, to find the little crossroads where we took a wrong turn. And I'm picking up the shards of July from the floor, a million jagged pieces of the love we had before. It's the heat of the pavement and the salt of the sea. It's the way that you used to look at me. The coffee cup is sitting where you left it on the wood. I haven't moved a single thing. I don't think that I could. The dust is settling like snow across the kitchen floor. A portrait of a house that isn't home here anymore. The shadows crawl across the wall, a slow and steady gray, while I'm just frozen in the spot where you walked away. The clock is ticking but the hands don't turn. There's so much fire left but nothing left to burn. Now it's just a still life hanging in the hall. The ghost of every I love you written on the wall. Everything is exactly how you said it had to be, except for the part where you're standing next to me. No movement, no sound, no breath, no light, just a still life of a broken heart tonight. Your keys are by the mirror, a jagged piece of steel. The unmade bed is keeping all the secrets we would feel. I'm staring at the window where the rain begins to smear. The world is moving on outside, but nothing happens here. I'm a statue in the hallway, I'm the shadow in the glass, waiting for a future that I know will never pass. They say that life's a canvas, you can paint it how you want, but I'm stuck in the sketch of the things that always haunt. I'm the color of the evening, I'm the silence of the frame, a masterpiece of misery that's whispered in your name. Don't touch the brush, don't move the light, just leave me here. I still talk to you at night when the world goes quiet and the lights go light. I say your name into the air, like you're still sitting over there. I tell you how my day went wrong, like you might still listen along. It's strange how silence can pretend you never really reached the end. I know you don't reply anymore, but I still knock on your door. I still talk to you like you never left the room, like your heart is still here too, in everything I do. I act like you can hear me out when no one else is around, and I don't know what else to do. So I still talk to you. Your photo sits beside my bed, like all the things we never said. I smile at it through the pain, like it might smile back again. I catch myself out loud sometimes, calling you in borrowed time. Then I remember you're not here, and the truth cuts through the air. Letting go feels too real, so I speak what I still feel. I still talk to you in the quiet. I go through like somehow you might return, like I haven't had to learn that some goodbyes don't make a sound, they just leave you spinning round. And I don't know what else to do, so I still talk to you. Maybe it's the only way I keep you from slipping away. Maybe I'm not ready yet to accept what I can't forget. If talking is all I've got, then I'll talk to you a lot. Even if it breaks me through, I still talk to you. I still talk to you. I still talk to you, even though I know it's through. To a love that can't respond, to a life that's moved beyond. But in my heart you still exist, in every word, in every twist. And I don't know what else to do. I still talk to you. Still you, still me, still true. Still you, still me. I still talk to you. Still you, still me. I still talk to you. The clouds have been heavy for 3 days now. Imagine the weight that sits on my brow. I'm tracing the paths of the droplets that fall, tracing the cracks in the paint on the wall. I remember the rhythm of your heartbeat's drum. Now I'm just waiting for the numbness to come. The world outside is a blur of deep blue, distorted and distorted, just like my view. I keep thinking I see you walk up the drive, but it's just a trick that the water contrives. A smudge on the window, a ghost in the paint. Everything's melting away in the rain. It's just rain on glass, blurred and cold, like a story we left only halfway told. I'm reaching out to touch the chill while the rest of the world is standing still. You're on the other side, out of my reach, watching the gray wash over the beach. It's just rain on glass falling down in this lonely waterlogged town. If I open the window, let the storm come inside, or is the storm already here with nowhere to hide? Every splash is a sorry, every drip is a why. Even the heavens are starting to cry, and I'm just the witness trapped in the frame, watching the weather erase your name. It's just rain on glass, blurred and cold, like a story we left only halfway told. I'm reaching out to touch the chill while the rest of the world is standing still. You're on the other side, out of my reach, watching the gray wash over the beach. It's just rain on glass falling can see my breath hanging in the kitchen air, like the ghost of a conversation that isn't really there. The coffee's gone to ice in the bottom of the cup, and I'm too tired to try and light the pilot back up. I check the thermometer on the porch by the door. It's a number I've never had to look at before, but the mercury's hiding at the bottom of the glass, watching the shadows of our forever past. The pipes are all groaning, the foundation is tight, and I'm shivering alone in the middle of the night. 'Cause we're falling below zero, into the deep in the dark, where there isn't a flame and there isn't a spark, just a landscape of silver and a mountain of blue, in the quietest version of losing you. The heart is a tundra, the soul is a stone, in a kingdom of winter I'm ruling alone. It's a beautiful shiver, a permanent hero, living my life at below zero. I remember the summer, the sweat and the skin, back when we didn't know where the freeze would begin. We were children of August, we were high non-believers. Now we're just a couple of midwinter grievers. I'm scraping the frost off the inside of the pain, trying to remember the sound of the rain. But the world is a diamond, hard and so cold, and I'm holding on to stories that have already been told. They say that the blood starts to slow in the veins when the ice takes the spirit and pulls on the reins. I'm feeling the numbness, I'm feeling the peace of a heart that is waiting for a final release. 'Cause we're falling below zero, into the deep and dark, where there isn't a flame and there isn't a spark, just a landscape of silver and a mountain of blue, in the quietest version of losing you. The heart is a tundra, the soul is a stone, in a kingdom of winter I'm ruling alone. It's a beautiful shiver, a permanent hero, living my life at below zero. Don't wake me up, the cold is enough, just let the white cover the night. It's so quiet here, no more fear below zero. Below zero.